That makes total sense. Okay. Now, crime line. Let's talk about crime line for a second as it relates to the records division.
Right.
Now, there's a crime line coordinator that answers the crime line phone and takes those tips that come in, but the phones have to be answered 24 hours a day. And generally speaking, the public information officers are out after about 5 p.m. So how do we handle anyone that has a crime line concern after 5 p.m.?
Well, the staff that works our evenings and midnight shifts, they have been trained and they're familiar with the process that we utilize for answering the crime line phone. And what they will do is they will go ahead and take down the information, but we need for them to understand that the tipsters that are calling in, no confidential number will be given until the next business day between the hours of 9 and 5 when there's someone there from the Public Information Office.
Okay, all righty. Okay, good. Well, Records Division, it seems like a busy place, but I'm told that there is a new system that's about to come online, and that is a records management system?
Yes.
That's correct.
All right. The old system, the CAD system, we've seen it, at least the officers have seen it, and it's a hard environment to work in. Can you tell us anything about the new system that's coming up?
Well, the CAD system has been very good to us, but we're all extremely excited about the records management system because it's cutting edge, it's new technology, and it's going to really afford us an opportunity to be able to more easily communicate with other agencies within the department, within the city, as well as outside the city. And it's going to help us to better serve the citizens, as well as make it easier for the investigators. It's going to make everybody's job a whole lot easier. But Ms. Maden really she's been one of our main people involved in this transfer, so I'll let her explain more what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yes, I'm excited.
Uh-oh.
Okay. For the information that we're going to go ahead and have integrated from the city farm, our Newport News jail, probation, parole, and other agencies that are currently involved, we're all going to merge our information. Of course, there are certain areas that we're not going to be able to see because of the confidentiality of what their agency is going through. However, all that information is going to be merged so that those things that we're able to go ahead and have, we're going to be able to see it. We'll have pop-up windows. Again, it's web-based, and so it's user-friendly. So when we grow, we will also be able to go ahead and have our administrative, the RMS administrator, be able to go in there and readily access and update instead of just going to our IT department. It'll be quicker for everyone involved.
So we're going to have more or less real-time information in this system?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's going to help us also, even for an investigator, when we're looking for information, it's going to have these pop-up windows so that we can go ahead and the drop-down boxes, so we can go ahead, if there's even just something that's just minutely related, it will be there and readily accessed so that they can go ahead and maybe get something done as quick as possible, get the information out there. Your towed vehicles from our dispatch. Sometimes we don't have that information readily available because, of course, somebody has to put it into the system. Sometimes our systems are not all together, especially with the jail. We don't know certain information. And by this way, we'll be able to go ahead and confirm certain information that we have to have as a law enforcement agency, and be able to go ahead and connect. We are going to be changing our G-Link, and we're going to be going ahead and going with a new system that will be compatible with the new RMS system, the record management system.
Now, will the records management system also talk to other agencies, or is it just within the police department and the local agencies that you just spoke of?
Well, if they're connected to our system, the record management system, they're only going to be able to get so much information. But if they're still going to send us an administrative request or anything like that dealing from another state, okay, or another state agency, they're still going to have to go through the normal routine of how to respond to us and request information. Again, because certain people are not allowed access, it is a secure, environment. But the information is going to be so overwhelming. It's going to make all of the way that we put things in, if I've put something in and it's going to be related to someone else in another area or another agency, they'll be able to get that information a lot more readily, and especially for the officers out on the field.
Okay.
Okay, and
right.
that's what I'm excited about, because it's going to go on their MVCs.
Okay.
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 So, and that is a big asset in itself.
So I'm an officer sitting out in the field, I need some information. I'm able to type it in on my computer and be able to pull down that information right away.
It's just not going to just give that if the person has something wanted, in our city. It'll also have if a related report. What if he has had a burglary?
Okay.
It will have all the related history of that address. It will have other information, maybe about that suspect. Maybe he's related or she's related into another burglary or another series of crime. And that might help solve a case quicker. It might help that victim a lot quicker.
All right. Okay.
And that's what we're excited for.
So what I'm seeing is speed,
Yes.
Right.
access to information,
Less paperwork now.
less paperwork. All
Less
right.
paperwork. It'll
Okay.
all be in the system.
All righty, and we're going to be able to help our officers who are out in the street work that much more efficiently because they will have access to information that we haven't had
Yes.
access to before.
Exactly, and they won't have to go into multiple systems to
pull that
research
Right.
the information on one individual.
Okay.
They'll be able to go one source, and that one source will retrieve the information from the various locations for us.
And I'd like to give a basic example. Right now, when we have a vehicle that's been towed, private property tow, or we've had an officer had to tow a vehicle, maybe because of an accident, or maybe they were actually involved in something. It's going to, right now we have different areas that we have to go ahead and research to find out where that car is located.
Okay.
Okay? But by merging with the RMS system and everybody being integrated into it, we're going to have all the information one source instead of 5 sources or 4 sources. It will be there readily available. And that's just a simple example for a vehicle. But can you imagine what you can do for a suspect, or if you're looking for maybe a gun or other little items that you're looking for, research, addresses. It'll help the dispatchers
Okay.
so much more
I
readily.
see the possibilities.
Yes.
I see it, and I see that you are definitely really excited about this.
Yes.
So, when will it come online? Do we know yet?
2009. We're in the process right now of going ahead and getting our system started. Where the agency that is working with us right now, they're starting to put in all the data and helping us go ahead, and we're at the little baby step and almost at the junior step, okay?
All right.
So we're excited about that. And later, within a month or 2 or so, we're going to go ahead and start putting in information and start trying to make mock examples so we can go ahead and get further up in the chain, so all our information has evolved. Right now, it's in that little stage, but we are
And that's
excited.
because this system has so many capabilities, so much possibilities. We want to make sure that we're getting the most out of this system. We want to make sure that we're being physically responsible to the citizens, because we're spending their money for this system. We're making sure we're getting the best that we can get for the money that we're paying.
All right, well, we're talking about the citizens. So for all of the citizens out there who want to know more about the records management system or know more about records, is there a number that they can call?
Yes, that's 928-4100.
Okay, right, that's the information desk
That's the
number.
main number, yes.
Okay, and then start the question there and they will be directed to wherever they have to go.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. Well, I want to thank both of you very much for being here. All right,
Thank
and
you.
giving us kind of an overview of what's happening in our records division, which is really important to the department, really important to the citizens. And I want to thank all of you for joining us on Behind the Badge.